Welcome in, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. Thank you again for those of you who take the time to support the channel by subscribing, liking, making a comment. Really does make a huge difference. For those of you that are new, my name's Lisa. Again, welcome in. Sag, this is going to be your June general love reading. So it is a longer read, so hopefully you can bear with me. I already pulled your oracle cards here, Sagittarius. You're on the left, your person's on the right. Don't be dissuaded by the timestamp. You know, this is dedicated to June, but again, if you're drawn in by the title, could be a message here for you from Spirit. But as always, you know, cross watchers, same thing for you, Sag. If it feels like I'm talking about you versus your person, feel free to swap energies here. We're going to talk about your oracle cards. That way you can kind of get an idea whether or not you feel like, you know, this is how you're feeling, this is what's going on for you, whether or not this is your reading. And then we're going to talk about your person, pull some tarot cards on the oracle cards, as well as pull feelings, actions for the month of June. And then at the end of the reading, I will pull some messages from this person's higher self, some things you might not know, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you aren't aware, I do personal reads, so feel free to reach out to me. The email address is in the description of this video, this reading, as well on my homepage. It's just sayitsoultarot@gmail.com. All right, so let's dive on in here, Sag. Definitely a lot going on. I'm really loving your energy that I'm getting off of your cards. Definitely looks like your North Node is really being activated right now. So maybe take a look in your birth chart if you're not aware what sign that's in. But you got step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So, and then you got divinity and gratitude. So I feel like you are really ascending in the month of June. So really being drawn maybe towards, if you're just on the beginning of your spiritual journey, you're just really intrigued by some of the stuff that you're learning, possibly online, or educating yourself, you know, working on yourself, working on your healing. And again, you know, really being thankful for Spirit, being thankful for the things in your life that bring you a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. So really, really nice energy. I do feel like you are making some changes, that they could be small changes. They don't have to be big changes. But again, you know, showing up with more gratitude, being really drawn to, you know, what it is that lights you up is important. It's going to be illuminated, I feel, in June. If you're not sure where that is, I feel like just try and tap into your intuition and, you know, do the things that provide you with that inspiration. So I feel like June is kind of like your, I want to say like you're kind of like waking up a little bit and being really more focused on what's important to you, having gratitude for the people around you, being thankful for, you know, the beautiful things that are in your life. I mean, nobody's life is perfect, you know. Sometimes we get, you know, you're looking on Facebook and you see all these happy pictures, you know, but that's not really reality. That's just like, you know, people putting stuff out there to kind of like reinforce, or I guess, you know, I don't know. I just I don't really like it, to be honest. I feel like, you know, I don't know, why do you need to share it with everybody? Anyhow, that's just my personal take. But anywho, moving on. So I definitely feel like, you know, whatever influences that have been around you, I feel like there has been somebody that's been like pulling on your energy here, Sagittarius. Somebody that has been kind of bringing you down, and I feel like you've kind of made an internal decision that this person, this situation is not going to bring you down anymore. Again, I feel like a lot of ascension. So spiritual growing, learning in June. And I feel like you're learning maybe how to kind of like put up healthy boundaries and focus on yourself, focus on your dreams, and not let anybody kind of like pull you down. So this person's definitely been pulling you down here, Sagittarius. I'm going to be real. I can't ignore, you know, what's coming through in the cards. I have to be honest with you guys. And I feel like this person has definitely, you know, created a lot of chaos, I feel, in your life. You're coming through in June as the octopus. You know, all of your chakras are turned on. So you're very turned on right now to what you need to do, where you need to go. And again, you know, following your intuition here. But I feel like I want to warn you, in June, you are going to be kind of expected to be in like a bunch of places at one time. So again, prioritize making things a priority that matter to you, putting yourself first. Come to this edge card. It's a 9, so that really talks about, doing what you want to do instead of maybe what everybody else expects you to do here, Sagittarius. So again, put yourself first in the month of June. And again, I feel like everyone is going to be wanting a piece of you here. So you could definitely be getting a lot of, requests, a lot of feeling a little bit taxed, even at work or outside of this love situation here with this person. But again, really being like tuned in um, to where you're going. So it's going to be a challenge though. So I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a challenge in June to try and find time for yourself. And again, I want to say put your own needs first for a change here, Sagittarius. So, yeah, because you got the influences card, so attachments, third parties, peers. So, for some of you as well, you could have a lot of people around you kind of like giving you un what's the word I'm looking for? Unabated advice on what you should be doing. And I feel like you're like, hell no, I'm, doing what I want. But it is going to push you, this journey is not an easy one for those of you that are on it. I mean, healing is not linear. So just keep that in mind as well. But I feel like you're going in a good place. So I do love it. And again, it's going to be asking a lot of you, but I feel like you're up for the task. So I really admire that. I really love that, Sagittarius. So again, pushing yourself to go in the direction in which you're being called. So regardless of what other people have to say about it. So, good on you for doing that. So let's talk about your person here. This person again has been kind of weighing you down. This person I feel like definitely might suffer from, I don't know, some sort of depression of some kind. This person has the attitude sometimes that they have a hard time looking at the big picture. They got the hopeless card, sinking, despair, falling apart. So this might be somebody in your life here, Sagittarius, that you're always kind of like helping, bailing out. This could be an ex for some of you. And, I feel like this person is looking at you, Sagittarius. I feel like this is you. I mean, this happy, happy card is kind of a Sag card. And it's like, how is Sagittarius always so happy? Like, how does Sagittarius, so you might be teaching this person how to find happiness and, being an example, leading by an example, I want to say. I feel like there's a little bit of jealousy actually from this person. Like, why is Sagittarius always so happy? How does Sagittarius, you know, how can they always be so positive? Is really what I'm getting. And I feel like you might be telling this person, like, well, you need to follow your North Node. You need to be grateful. You need to, be in touch with your intuition. You need to do the things that, bring you joy. So I feel like definitely getting Hierophant, High Priestess kind of energy. And again, I feel like you are a mentor to this person, whether or not you realize that you are. But I feel like you're showing this person and the way to go, or a path to kind of like follow you on some level here, because this person is growing. So I do like that. They got the growth card. This really talks about, them stretching themselves, you kind of like, leading by example and stretching this person to get out of this energy of looking at the glass half empty and looking at the glass half full, right? And they got the eagle. So I do like that. Because again, I feel like you're a teacher to this person here, Sagittarius, showing them that look at the bigger picture, and stop getting stuck in like all these small details. So it's like that, what's that saying? Don't sweat the petty stuff. I can't even remember, but there's, it's a little bit promiscuous. Anyhow, I don't know. Some of you may know that saying, but anyway. I'm not doing it justice. I apologize. But really, looking, being caught up in the day-to-day stuff that doesn't really matter. So for some of you who have not read that book by Mark Manson, it's, How to Not Give a Fuck. So highly recommend that book. I've read that book. It's an amazing book. It's not a long read. So um, yeah, I would recommend reading that book because that really talks about focusing on the things that are actually important in life and kind of like, bypassing the small stuff in the everyday that can, bog you down. And, but at the end of the day, it's your choice how you react to it, right? So really talks about what's worth reacting to and what's not worth reacting to. So again, that might be a message that for you in that book. So definitely check that out. Um, so I feel like this person and you, I feel like are working through it, but we'll see. Because I feel like for a lot of you, this definitely could be more of you and this person being um, friends at the moment and not so much romantic, but we'll see what comes through. And it's funny because when you're pre-shuffled, the bottom of the deck here is the Hermit. So again, having that wisdom, that knowledge to help this person. The mutual energy between the two of you came through as Mars. And obviously, Mars really talks about, it was just in Leo. So that's about, Leo is like to take action, like to see some changes. So I feel like you're needing the situation to change and to grow. You're not willing to stand still anymore as well, I want to say, in the situation with this person. So I do like that the growth card is here because I feel like you've wanted this person to grow and to change and to get out of this energy, to look at the bigger picture here. And then they got a time to give rather than take. So maybe this person has been more of a taker in the past. And again, I feel like taking your wisdom, I want to say here, Sagittarius. And maybe they're finally like internalizing it and listening to you in June, which I do like. I like that this person is open to your guidance, I want to say. So let's see, how does this person feel about Sagittarius? How does this person feel about Sagittarius? How is this person feeling about Sagittarius in June, please? Eight of Pentacles, the Star. I mentioned the Hierophant. Too funny. All right, Spirit. I love it when that happens. All right, this person, they are willing to put in the time and the effort on themselves and in this relationship with you to try and heal things. And again, I feel like, this Hierophant is really about already taught this person a lot of lessons about themselves. So I do love that. Again, I feel like this person is appreciating that quality in you, Sagittarius. So I definitely love that. Let's see how you feel. How does Sagittarius feel about this person? So obviously we have Taurus coming out, some Aquarius with the Star card. Again, I feel like you're really helping this person. So how does Sagittarius feel about this person? King of Wands. So yeah, I feel like you're, willing to help out, willing to take that chance on this person. I feel like you have communicated this. So again, this kind of gives me the impression here that you've told this person, like, you need to kind of look at the bigger picture here. You need to do some growing. You need to do some healing here. You have to look at the big picture. I feel like you've communicated that to this person. Like, I'm open to, exploring this relationship more with you, but I definitely need to have there needs to be some healing, some growth here. For some of you, again, you could have been married to this person with the Hierophant coming out. That can sometimes also indicate, that you were in a high level commitment with this person at some point. Yeah, and there's definitely an opportunity here to nurture this relationship, for it to grow. And then we have the Six of Pentacles next, and then the Chariot. So again, take things to a new level with each other, help each other grow and heal. So really nice. I do like it. Let's see what actions this person's going to take towards you in June. What actions towards Sagittarius in June? Actions is this person going to take towards Sagittarius in June? I feel like this person wants to make it known to you that, they are putting in time and effort and trying to make those changes, trying to grow. Tell me more. Yeah, I feel like this person is trying to find stability here, trying to find their feet, I want to say. Yeah, something they've avoided doing for a while. Avoided, looking at their feelings. And I feel like this person knows that they need to do this in order for things to move forward, things to change between the two of you. And again, Five of Swords is definitely somebody that didn't want to get out of their comfort zone, something, things they didn't necessarily want to look at in themselves. But they're realizing that if they're going to have success with Sag, they're going to need to do these things. So again, I feel like you've already communicated that to this person, that you are open to, taking a chance on them again, but these things need to be addressed first. And I like that this person is acknowledging that, seeing that, willing to put in the time and the effort and the work required to kind of get to where you're at. And I feel like where you're at here, Sag, is, the High Priestess. You are definitely the High Priestess. We're going to see if it comes out, but I want to see where it is in the deck if it doesn't come out. What else do I want to ask? Let's ask if you're going to take any action. Is Sagittarius going to take any action towards this person? Is Sagittarius going to take any action towards this person in June, Spirit? So, Five of Wands. The Tower. Interesting. There's that Mars energy. The Sun. All right. What I'm really getting off of that is that I feel like you're not going to be taking any action towards them. I feel like you're waiting for this person to kind of show up for you, show you that they're working on themselves, that they're working on their healing. So you may get a message from your person here, but I feel like you're kind of like got your hands back, got your hands up a little bit. And it's like, I don't want to create any confusion with my person. I feel like you feel like by reaching out to this person or taking any action right now, that it's sending a mixed signal to this person that, they don't have to do this work. So I feel like you're kind of like taking a step back here. So it gives me very Hangman energy. You're taking a step back, letting this person do what they need to do. You've made it very clear, I feel, what they need to do to change in order for this to move forward. So I feel like you don't want to send any mixed signals to this person that it's okay that they don't have to do this work. So again, I feel like you're taking a step back here, kind of focusing on yourself like we talked about. And, when this person's ready, I feel like they're going to come forward, and I feel like they are wanting to let you know that they want to put in the time and the effort to kind of get where you are. Because again, I feel like just on a spiritual level, you're definitely not 100% in alignment at the moment. I feel like you already know that, Sagittarius. But this person's working on it. So I feel like this person wants you to know they're working on it, and that they are really trying hard to put in the time and the effort to, meet you where you're at, is really what I'm getting. So I feel like you don't want to upset the apple cart right now, Sagittarius, by reaching out to them and to, again, giving mixed signals, confusing this person that it's okay, they can bypass all this, because they can't. And you know that. So again, not easy, because I feel like you do miss this person, but I feel like you don't want to send mixed signals to this person that it's okay, you know? They need to step out of their comfort zone here. They need to do these things. And it's just going to, you don't want to repeat a cycle with this person either. So again, they need to do that growing, that healing, that learning, you know, really stepping into Emperor energy, Emperor, Empress energy, in order to kind of really meet you where you're at. And until they do that, you're like, no, I can't. As much as I miss this person, you know, as much as I'd love to hear this person's voice, as much as I'd love to see them, right now, it's not the time. I feel like, you know, internally, it's not the time for that right this moment. And again, it's hard, right? You care about this person, you want to see them, you want to talk to them, you miss them. But again, I feel like, you know, with your divinity here and your North Node, that you have to step back right now. You have to let this person do what they need to do here. So not easy, right? Especially when you're missing them. So let's see where the High Priestess is, because I did say I was going to look. Yeah, I feel like when this person is ready, Archangel Michael, there he is. Temperance card, the Empress, Knight of Swords. This person will be coming forward. I don't feel like it's that far in the future. Like, I feel like maybe a month and a half. But this person will let you know. So again, I feel like they may message you. You might get a small message in the month of June about, you know, I, you know, really thought about what you said, Sagittarius. I know I need to work on these things. So, you know, I just want to touch base with you and let you know that, you know, I'm working on this stuff, and I really do, you know, miss you, and I'm thinking about you. I know what I need to do, and, you know, hopefully, you know, we can get together in the future, right? It's kind of a message like that, I feel, coming your way. Sorry, guys. Let's see where the High Priestess is here. All right. It's in between the Four of Swords and the Lovers. So I love that. So again, this person needs to make the choice to heal themselves first. And again, I feel like you've already kind of done that. I mean, healing is linear, you know, the journey is linear. So we're never completely done. We're always still kind of working on that. But again, this person needs to make the choice to kind of do that first. And then, yeah, we've got the Devil and the Moon. So, yeah, this person knows what they need to do. And again, I feel like you've already made that very clear to the changes that you need to see. So let's get some messages from your person here. What's something that Sag might not know? Something that you want to share with this person here, Spirit? What do you want to share with Sagittarius, please? Messages from this person's higher self for Sagittarius. All right, so we have I am scared of rejection. The bottom of the deck is painful memories. So again, for some of you, this could be somebody that you were in a long-term relationship with at some point, somebody that you lived with, somebody that you were married to. Tell me more. Other messages for Sagittarius, please. It is all too much. No one understands me but you. So I do like that. And again, I feel like this person looks up to you, like we already talked about. I wish I could be fully honest with you is the bottom of the deck. And then we have emotions overwhelm me. That's the other half of the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I feel like this person is really working. They're trying. So I do like that. And again, I feel like you're very wise. And I feel like this is really true. No one understands me but you. And again, I feel like, you know, it hasn't been easy for you, Sag. I feel like, you know, you've had to work through your own stuff here in this situation. you know? I mean, everybody's got their own journey, their own traumas, their own, you know, spiritual path. And again, not easy, you know? Life in general is not easy, right? Um, so I do like that this person is recognizing um, this quality in you, Sagittarius, that you have a lot of guidance for them, and that if they really want to grow, this is the path that they need to go down. And again, you know, doing it for the greatest, highest good for your North Node. So I don't know, maybe you and this person's North Node is the same in the same sign. Doesn't have to be, but again, really being drawn to share all the things, all the wisdom that you have learned and sharing it with this person. So I feel like they appreciate that for sure. Again, they may not acknowledge that and tell you that, Sagittarius, but I feel like they do. So that's awesome. I love that. So it looks like this is moving. Probably things feel like they're moving very slowly, but there is some movement here. So hopefully this reading helped kind of let you know where your person's at. And again, keep doing you. I love your energy. It's great. And again, hopefully I'll see you guys in your mid-month, and take care of yourselves.